Alrighty folks, just a little update here on the babies. On the last video I told you guys I think that we lost the triplets mama, which was Missy, and I've been bottle feeding them morning, noon, night, midnight. I've been down there playing nursemaid, and I went down this evening to feed them, and one of them's not doing so good. So it didn't get up and bleat like it normally does. It's just real lethargic. And the other two, they were just bleating and just hungry, just like they normally were. And this one here, it just didn't take it, and want a nurse. So what I'm doing is I really like this product right here. It is a paste electrolyte. I use it for everything. We normally use it for our horses if they go to colic, if they have diarrhea, if we're hauling them and they don't want to drink, we'll give them this and they will really start drinking. But it's a good electrolyte. You can mix it with water, heat it up. And I'm going to pull up some in a syringe, and I am going to see if we can't help this little baby out. Got it up here in the house and where it's warm, and see if we can't get it to pull through the night. It's just real lethargic, and it's breathing okay. It's just real lethargic. So hopefully it will take and come around. Don't know. Just a hard thing anymore. We done lost one. We hate to lose any more, and we try to do everything we can. They were eating good this morning. It ate good. I don't know. You don't ever know. Maybe it didn't get enough colostrum. There's no telling what happened to it, but we're going to do the best we can here and try to get it back up and get it healthy. So what I did was I squeezed the electrolytes into this water. I'm going to let it dissolve, and got it warm. When you get some warm liquid into this baby, I think it's kind of dehydrated, and then after we do that, maybe it'll eat for its 10 o'clock feeding, we hope. Just heated it up to a boil, put the electrolytes in there and stirred it up. More snow, folks. The snow ain't really bad. It's the wind. The wind is just right in your face, especially when you're walking west. So I'm headed down to the pens to go check on babies. Show you guys another surprise. Man, it's cold. So it's really cold. I've got a horse blanket wrapped around these guys. Come down here to feed them this morning. And this is Izzy. I was not expecting her to have a baby right away. She didn't show any of the signs, so it was kind of surprised. I was feeding these guys and I heard her grunting. Brought her in here real quick, got it pulled. Her udder was really full and kind of sore, so I had to hold her while the baby got colostrum, but it seems to be doing really good. Just come down here to check on it. Old Duke is out there all worried about him, but they seem to be doing real good. I think she only has one. She hasn't had another one yet, and I've given her a couple hours. She's been a really good mommy so far, really just licking on it and just paying real attention to it. She just, her udder was sore. They'll do that if they're really full. So I milked her off a little bit. I held her while the baby nursed, and she didn't like it, but got some colostrum in it. It's black as soot, so that's pretty good. This mama and baby are doing real well. These babies are be a week old today. So these were a week old on Monday. They're doing really well. We did lose the other one. As you can see, she's not here that night. She didn't make it through the night, but that's two we've lost this year, the mama and one of the babies. But Sissy always takes really good care of her babies. We have one more to lamb, and that'll be Dizzy. She's kind of showing some signs, but her udder hasn't come in fully, so we're going to keep an eye on her. Hopefully she waits until after this cold spell. Tonight it's going to get down to 7 degrees, which it'll probably be colder up here at 7,000 feet. That's for Sanders, so we'll probably be down around 0. That's why I put the horse blanket around that. It kind of traps some of the heat. I got that mama in there. I want her to be in there for at least a couple days with her baby. And this mama will do fine right in here. I'll throw some more hay right in here for her. She's got a place out of the weather. We are supposed to get some more snow, so hopefully Miss Dizzy over there don't have another baby out here in the snow, so we get it inside. If worst comes to worst, I'll pull these out of a crate and put them up at the house. I've got them on an 8-hour schedule. I feed them at 6 in the morning, then at 2, and then again at 10, and then again at 6. So it's a full-time job taking care of these guys. And say she's doing really good with her baby. Izzy's doing really good. So I did let it get some colostrum this morning, so hopefully she's letting it nurse. I'll come back again here in a couple hours and check on it again, make sure it's doing okay. Seems to be sleeping right now, so it's alert. Good mommy. He's a good mommy, honey. Got her fresh water in there, and I believe she'd probably take them other babies. But worst comes to worst, I'll put these guys in a smaller crate and put them up in the cabin tonight. Okay, so Dizzy, this is just about an hour and a half later. She's showing signs of being in labor. She's swelled up, she's holding her tail up, so it's not gonna be long. I took this crate out of here, and I put the babies in a smaller crate. It's actually going to help them keep warm tonight. Tonight is going to be a very cold night. I'm hoping Dizzy is Izzy and Dizzy. That's the 2 Dorper ewes we got. I'm hoping that she has it today. I can get her moved in here. I'll put some more hay in here for this one. And then the 2 dorpers will be in here. It's a pretty good wind block right here. I'll put down some more hay, and Miss Sissy will have a good place. I'll probably go get another horse blanket, put over that fence over there, just as a windbreak. These sheep have been out, so they seem to be doing pretty good with the cold. We just want that baby to have as much windbreak as we can, and in here they've got the most. So I'm gonna go grab some more horse blankets. I'm gonna put one on this wall, probably one on this wall, and try and block as much wind as we can. Generally they don't have them this early. Our breeding schedule was a little off. I had to ram in here at the right time, but he just didn't seem to do his job as early as he should have, or as early as he could have. So Buck, you know, he's bred these other 2. I had Percy, which is our other ram, in here with those ewes before. He should have covered them, but it took him a while, and I don't know if they just weren't coming into season because these other babies were on them or what. We generally, the way we've done it in the past, we just run everything together. We don't wean them off and take them off. We just let them stay with their mommies. That may be something we have to change. Maybe it'll help them breed back a little sooner. We want these to breed back early in the year, so that we're not having them in a snowstorm. We don't want them in January. Preferably March and April would be better. So we've got to do a little bit better job of just watching them and seeing when they're bred. We don't have a lot of the fancy equipment like markers and stuff like that, so we know when they're getting bred. It's just one of those things. So I'm still doing preparations out here, getting ready for this really cold weather tonight. It's bone chilling cold right now. This wind chill, my hands are freezing. I'm freezing even though I've got on 3 layers. I got on jogging pants under my blue jeans. The wind is just below 0 probably. So having a good place for these babies is what I'm all about today. So I'm gonna keep after it and keep an eye on Dizzy, see how it progresses. So I got some horse blankets here and over here. That mama, she'll sleep against that gate. I'll throw some more hay in there tonight. And Dizzy is looking like she's probably going to deliver today. Her udder's not as full as I'd like, but she's fat. She's been eating good, so she should have plenty of milk. This mama here, Miss Izzy, she is having trouble. Her udder's kind of sore just from being so full for so long. This baby is getting something to eat every once in a while, but she can only handle it for so long. I hope it just don't tire the baby out trying to nurse intermittently. So got the little ones over here in this. I'll wrap them up tight tonight. I think they're going to do fine in there. We raised turkeys in there when it was 5-6 degrees. So one of these horse blankets, I really love these horse blankets. I pick them up anytime I can, yard sales, whatever. You know, people think that I've got to have everything a certain way. I need this, I need that. It just has to work. And you know, I've got friends of mine that live up in the Midwest, and their sheep have their babies right out in the open in the cold and the snow. So you know, it's one of those things where we do the best we can with what we got, and as long as they're doing good and as long as they're healthy, that's all that really matters. It's supposed to be cold for the next week or so, another 7 days anyway before it gets back up warm. So if we can get these babies and mamas up till then, it's gonna take and work out for us. I'm watching Dizzy over here. She's got her tail up, she's swelled up. She's not really having labor pains yet, so I'm gonna come out here and check on her about every 2 hours and if she has it, it'll be in another video if I can catch it. I caught Izzy this morning while I was feeding them babies, and it was just a you know, one of those fortuitous things where I just happened to be at the right spot at the right time, got her up, got her in here, but she paid real good attention. I believe she's going to be a really good mommy. She's really attentive to it, licked it, cleaned it, ate the afterbirth, and even though her udder hurts her, she is letting it eat from time to time as much as she can stand. I did milk her off a little bit. I didn't want to waste the colostrum, so I held her and let it nurse quite a bit. So I think it's getting enough to eat. I just hope it doesn't wear it out. You can see right here, it's going in there to eat. It's a big baby, and once it latches on, it's got pretty sharp teeth. I checked it out. It's a little ewe, which this is what we've been breeding for right here, a Dorper Katahdin cross. As you can see, once it gets to hurting her, she moves, but he is getting to eat. So hopefully over the next little bit, maybe her teeth won't hurt her as bad, and the baby will get more and more to eat, which right now it's still getting colostrum and it's just getting little bits. If it seems like it's not doing too good, I'll hold her. I did like I did this morning, and I'll let it nurse when I come down to feed these guys. I'm gonna go get out of this cold for at least a couple hours. I think we're in a good position tonight to get where it's gonna get down in the single digits. I think we're in a good shape. Come down about every 2 hours to check on Dizzy, move her in here with her sister, and hopefully everything works out okay. It's lambing season. It's a joyous time, but at the same time, it can be just a nerve-wracking time because you got babies coming. You're hoping they do good. You're hoping the mamas do good, and then when you start off by losing a mama and then losing a baby, it's just you get kind of antsy about the next year. And if you don't, if it doesn't bother you when you lose one, you probably ought to quit. These sheep they're just our pets. Even though we got them for meat, we care about them, and we really enjoy having them, and we hate to lose any. Lost two, a mama and a ewe. She just didn't do good. Don't know what happened. It was in between feedings that she went downhill. I gave her electrolytes, and you know, as you seen here earlier in the video, she was laying there in front of the heat. Brought her in because I knew she was cold, and she didn't make it through the night. Sometime in the night she passed. So we did what we could do. That's the way it goes. We've got everything that we need as far as medications and stuff like that to take care of them, electrolytes, that sort of thing. It's just you never know. Never know what was wrong with it and why it went downhill in between feedings. And then I was feeding every 4 hours, and it just didn't do well. So the other two doing great. I'll throw some pictures in here at the end of them, and maybe a little video clip of Miss Anna. She come out one day and took care of them for us. So they can enjoy this, and until next time, be excellent in what is good and be innocent of evil. We'll see you later.